Attention growing by the day in Ferguson, Missouri right now as we await a grand jury's decision on whether the police officer who shot and killed Michael Brown will be indicted. Tonight, Charlie LeDuff and the Americans are back in Ferguson, where both police and protesters are gearing up for what may come. Charlie, where are you right now in the town, and what's going on right now?
Good evening, Hugh. We're on the west side of Ferguson where the burning and the looting was going on. Now, here's the vibe. The governor declares a state of emergency. The National Guard is on alert. The FBI is warning that outside elements might come in and make trouble for law enforcement. The KKK has chimed in. Black militants are threatening violence. And you can see it's quiet, but it's really tense. The possibility for violence is really high, and if you look behind me, look at all the businesses here on the west side. They're boarded up, but they're open. So media's here from all over the world, and I'm just going to be frank with you. I don't know if they're really into exploring the American soul. It's more about a riot watch.
Well, state and local leaders seem to believe that the grand jury's decision could be hours, maybe days away, but there are others who believe that we're talking weeks, maybe not until next month. What are you hearing?
The funny thing is I talked to the governor today at a press conference, and he said we'll know in the next couple of days, referring to what will go down, and he quickly corrected himself and said in the next couple of weeks. But I will say this, the grand jury convenes on Wednesdays and Thursdays. Last Thursday they heard their last witness. I'm told they wanted to hear from another witness, so that would probably be tomorrow. So at the earliest, tomorrow evening, Thursday perhaps. It could also be likely that it'll be on the weekend. That way no children are in school, and then you have the long holiday weekend, a long holiday week, Thanksgiving week to follow, meaning people would be off the streets and safe. We
also hear that Missouri's governor today swore in members of the so-called Ferguson Commission. What's that about?
Well, here's my eyebrows. The community members, the media, everybody around, you know, it's political. We have a problem. We're going to impanel a commission that has no powers. We don't have to take their recommendations, sort of a kick the can. And I asked the governor, I said, okay, sir, why are you convening this? What are black people angry about? And he said, equity, jobs, schools, all the things we're talking about in America. But he says Missouri's 1963 when we're talking about the National Guard here. You know, we're talking about the FBI giving warnings. We're talking about the Black Panthers. It seems like Missouri never had the reckoning that much of the rest of the country's had, and in Detroit, I think we all know that very well.
Well, you mentioned the FBI. They have warning that whenever the decision comes down, it could trigger violence, no matter what it is, not from the people of Ferguson, but from the groups you talked about, the outside elements who are there to spark trouble.
You can never tell. I mean, the last time here, if you look right over here, that's Sam's Meat Market and more. That's where we got set on by the, I'm not even going to call them rioters, they're just looters. They were opportunists. They weren't from town. They weren't from town at all.
Walk away. Get out of here. Walk away.
There's people thinking about their lives and where they live and how they feel, and they're going to bring it possibly to Ferguson, to St. Louis, and I don't know what's going to go down. I'm hoping we're beyond that, and that this is a moment to jump forward, but there's no guarantee of that.
Charlie, kind of reminds me of the hurricanes that I used to go through in Louisiana. All the businesses boarded up, the windows covered, the doors covered. You don't know what's coming. You don't know how strong it's going to be. You don't know when it's coming either.
Yeah, there's a lot of guns being sold here, and I just talked to a guy that's a friend of a business owner right here to my left, and he said, well, you know what, if that's what it's going to be, I'm going to sit in here with a pistol and a shotgun. Anybody opens that door, I'm going to blast them. So that's sort of the temperature, and you just figure it's 2014, we might have come a little bit farther, but you know, race and class is a prickly thing in America, and we're going to have to live through and do the best we can.
Charlie, stay safe out there. We'll check back with you.